Hello everyone, this is Sheri Traxler with ViREO Life, and today we are talking about part 2 of basil in a bag. A few weeks ago I planted some basil via a basil in a bag product, and I've got the link below to show how I did that. And I've been following their directions over a few weeks. I've had it in a sunny window. I have been watering it regularly, which was their general instruction, which has meant about 2 to 3 times a week depending on the humidity and how dry the soil got for us. And I want to show you now the result of that. Well, let's see what has germinated. We planted 6 seeds and we have had 4 of them germinate. 2 germinated pretty quickly, and you can see that they are already growing well. 1 a little bit later, and then a surprise little baby came up. This tiny one, I don't even know if you can see it or not. It looks more like dirt on the video itself, but it came up a few weeks later than that. I'm going to be transplanting the 2 big ones and the medium-sized one. I'm going to try to transplant the small one. I don't know if it will work or not, but we will see. Today also I want to talk about what are the benefits of basil and how to use it culinary and how to freeze it to store it. Whenever you grow basil and you've got 4 of them germinated like we did, and I decide to go ahead and transplant them outside, if we end up with 4 good basil plants, that's going to be a lot of basil for us to eat in one summertime. So one great way to preserve it is to make pesto and freeze it. Just make some pesto, put it in some ice cube trays, freeze it, and then you have it all winter. I'm also thinking about, this is going to be an experiment, I'm also thinking about growing some about midsummer, maybe 1 in that bag again, to grow through the fall and early winter to have some fresh basil. Haven't tried that, don't know how well it's going to grow outside of its normal growing season, inside the house, in sun with watering, but we'll find out. That's some of the fun of gardening, is trying and experimenting. Also, basil is not just great for culinary in your soups, in your Italian dishes. You know, everybody loves the mozzarella, tomato, basil sandwiches during the summer. Those are very, very good. They're also great, basil plants are also great medicinally. Whenever I did some training with Lisa Bednar in Simple Herbs, her book, we talked some about different herbs that she uses, and there's 2 herbs, basil and holy basil, that act a little bit alike. She also recommended Rosemary Gladstar's book, and I want to read some out of that one for you. And I've got links to these books below. Basil, and we're talking about sweet basil, which is what I'm growing, not holy basil. Sweet basil acts principally on the digestive and nervous systems, easing gas and stomach cramps and preventing or relieving nausea and vomiting. It is mildly sedative and has been found to be helpful in treating nervous irritability and fatigue, depression, anxiety, and insomnia. It also has antibacterial properties, and the juice or a poultice of the fresh leaves relieves the itch and pain of insect bites and stings. So having a basil plant outside is not just great for culinary use, medicinal use in a tea. It's also great, oh, I got a bite or a sting, or my kid got a bite or a sting. Take a couple of leaves, chew them up, put the poultice on, and that will help some. Teas, I just mentioned that. Basil and mint tea, great for that nausea that was mentioned, but also just great for if you're having a stressful day and you want something that's mildly calming for you, is take about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of fresh basil, chop that up, and about a half a tablespoon to a tablespoon of mint, peppermint or spearmint. Infuse that, and I've, as you can tell, have already been drinking on mine today. It's almost gone. Basil works really well just for a nice tea to have during the day, a few days a week. Hopefully this has been helpful for you to be inspired to try either a herb in a bag or just grow some basil for all of its medicinal and culinary properties. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure that you subscribe so that you can be the first to receive our new videos. And until next time, find your path and fulfill your potential.